Okay, hello everybody. It's Ed Rosenberg again, and this afternoon I am talking to Meny Hoffman. Meny, how are you today?
Good, good. And yourself?
Okay, I'm doing very good, and I'm very excited. You're hosting the LTB Summit September 6th, which I'm going to be part of. You want to tell me a little bit how this came about and what the goal of the summit is, please?
Sure. So LTB stands for business. We've been sending out newsletters to business owners and business tips and advice for a long time. And what I like to say is when something hurts a person, they tend to go to a doctor to seek help. When something hurts a business, they tend to call a marketing agency thinking of, let me send some money and fix it, and it's going to go away. Throughout the years, I've seen so many business owners, successful companies, and having certain challenges that if only they would have where to turn to, or what a piece of advice to help them navigate the world of business, they would be much more better off. So if you look at different industries like the financial institutions, somebody who sells insurance, they go constantly to conferences and they know they need to be better at sales, they need to be better at marketing, they need to be better at leadership, and so on and so forth. However, most B2B businesses, they tend to go to maybe trade shows for seeing what's out there as new products, but not necessarily going to become a better leader, become a better working with your business employees and so on and so forth. So we did this conference. We started off the summit in 2013, started off with less than 500 people. It grew nicely to close to 1,000 people last time. And we're looking forward to LTB Summit 2017 this year to have in that same type of setting.
The first year you had already 500 people?
Yeah, we actually aimed for 500 people. We had about 600 people the first year. Yeah. That's just proof of concept that there's so much need out there. And Ed, people always ask me why, what, and where, stuff like that. I always say it's very easy to grow a company. It's managing the growth that's the hard part. When you go into business, the first 100,000, 200,000, 500,000, depending which industry you are, it's pretty easy. Why? Because the friends, family, the information that you got to get started, that's what to grow a company in the first place is pretty easy. When you have to manage the growth, that's where you start bringing in people. That's where you have to start thinking like a CEO, like a business owner, a leader. That's where you need some support. And if you don't have that support system or places where to turn to, that's where you feel loneliness, so to speak. And conferences like this is where it really navigates you, helps you navigate the world of business.
Tell me a little bit about the power of networking. I know you speak a lot about it. Tell me a little bit about that, please.
So the power of networking is something that I feel it's one of the gems business owners could have and it could use to their benefit. What I feel that business owners are going through struggles. Most business owners have certain struggles in their career, in their business, in the life of business. But the good part is that most of the stuff is not unique to yourself, not unique to your business. And most of the stuff business owners in general have gone through. When you're able to bring that to a place like a summit or any networking event where you find other business owners that gone through different challenges and you're able to have that conversation, you're able to get so much good content out of other people where you come with the same mindset on sharing, learning, being able to help each other out, that ultimately sometimes could be that golden nugget that you get out from another person that could really put you on the right track or help you with a certain challenge you're going through.
Okay, I was looking through some of the speakers you have coming now and what came to last events. A lot of them are world-class speakers. What do they think of our community afterwards? Anything interesting they tell you, or it's just like another business summit?
No, it's amazing. And actually, one of my sales pitches when I speak to those speakers, and guess what? A lot of them are really, really high-paid speakers. And when I have to negotiate with them to get them to come to our conference, obviously we have to be able to bring them to our conference. And one of the things that I tell them is that you might have gone to 40 countries and speaking in hundreds of different places, nothing like our community. And all of them, without fail, afterwards tell me, your audience, this is amazing. And when I always ask them, like, what is so amazing is the thirstiness, the drive to get knowledge, the drive to be successful, the drive that commits us to move, and learn. is almost unbelievable. And therefore, when they come and they see an event geared towards the values of Jewish values, nothing compromised, kosher food, obviously, and they see and we're able to work with our audience, and they after the event they cannot get enough. They cannot leave because people are around them getting more information, and it really amazes them and impresses them. We had, just off topic, we had one of the speakers that was so convinced he's a Jew actually, and he ended up asking, maybe somebody wants to put me in tefillin. He was so amazed by the crowd. So yeah, so that's something. And guess what? It takes a lot of time from our side. We speak to every speaker, and we make sure that they understand the culture. They understand we don't want sob stories. We don't want just make us cry. We want content that we can able to apply to our business, and I think we deliver every year on that.
Yeah, I actually, Brad Morse, who I know he came to my event, and I know he's going to be at this one. He's a great guy, and he told me after the event, which he came, that he's been to many, and he's never seen that thirst in people who genuinely want to learn. So yeah, that says a lot. Okay, there's a big focus on this event. I'm going to be there, and we're going to talk about others. Brad Morse on Amazon sellers. Amazon sellers definitely do not need to be motivated. So what would be the benefit of Amazon sellers coming to this event?
Great question. So first of all, I want to start with the following, which is I look at Amazon, the success of Amazon sellers are if they understand that they're running a business. Running a business has all the different pillars that every business has. And they have a unique set of challenges, but every business has a unique set of challenges towards their growth. They might have, it could be a local store. All of a sudden, there's a competitive down the block opening up the same store. If it's somebody selling to big box retail, they could have a competitor coming in that space. On Amazon, they have their set of challenges. But what really sets apart the successful Amazon sellers long-term versus those people that are maybe short-term making money, but all of a sudden they're gone, is the people that were able to focus and look at it as a business. Now, when I look at it as a business, you have employees. You have the focus of a CEO, of looking at working on your business versus in your business. This is actually a line that Michael Gerber uses, which we're happy to announce that he's going to be speaking at our event. He's going to be coming from California. He's the author of the E-Myth, sold millions and millions of copies. It was my favorite first book that I read in business that changed the way I look at business. But regardless, a CEO selling either e-commerce or Amazon, they need to understand that they need to focus. They need to hear Chris Hogan speaking about leadership and how you go about your employees. They need to hear Mike Michalowicz how to profit first, to making sure that you're not just turning around money, you're actually profiting and making money, which Mike Michalowicz will share something that at the conference you could implement in your business to see more profit. Okay, so regardless of the whole topic, everything in this event is geared to any seller and any business owner, including Amazon sellers. However, we've heard the cry, so to speak, from the Amazon sellers that we want more content. So therefore, I'm happy to announce that we're able to work with Ed, with yourself, and we're going to be doing an Amazon car panel, which we're going to have Moss, as you mentioned, which is a former Amazon executive, that he's going to be sharing a little bit of his insight about the past and the future. And then we have multiple Amazon sellers, top tier Amazon sellers that have gone through the revolution of Amazon and the evolution of Amazon throughout the years to help Amazon sellers navigate the world of business. And as I mentioned to you, there's a lot of podcasts, a lot of stuff online about Amazon sellers and stuff like that. But we worked with our people to make sure that no, the questions won't be how could I get a 1-star review removed. That there's a bunch of places where you could try to figure out tips and tricks. We want to focus for those Amazon sellers. If you need to work on your business, what are the steps you need to do in order to work on your business long term? And the same, we have Jeff Cohen, a separate breakout session later in the day, which he's going to be speaking about the state of Amazon, where Amazon is going, and how you could shape your business to adapt towards the growth of Amazon. And I asked him, a lot of our people want tachlis right there and then. He's going to be sharing a bunch of tips how you could maximize and prepare your business towards the growth and the preparation for the holiday season, which we all know people are preparing for. Now, I want to mention that is Now, I know a lot of your group and a lot of Amazon sellers are very successful. They figure it out and they know what to do. But guess what? I believe that you have to sometimes you could come to a conference and 70% of things that you heard, but maybe even the things that but you're not making a priority in your company to do, in your business to do it. Now you're listening to it and again it says, wait a minute, let me write it down because I want to commit. I want to start doing it better. But then there's the 20-30% you heard those new golden nuggets, something that I didn't look at things that way. For instance, preparing yourself for the growth of Amazon. We see Amazon making shifts constantly in different pieces of the puzzle, but sometimes it looks like why they're making it harder for sellers. But ultimately, there is a goal where Amazon wants to be. And if you find you basically adapt to that mindset, all of a sudden you're aligned with that, and all of a sudden you're making every single day changes in the way you structure your company, the way which products you're bringing in, the way your brand is looked at, and so on and so forth. And guess what? You might be selling on Amazon today, but how you're diversifying long term to see how you can establish yourself that Amazon should want to sell you and not want to kick you off, so to speak, on the platform, because you're important to them, because they want to make sure that their customers have your brand as a reputable seller, because it's important for their customers as well, and which they're always looking out for their customers. So asking me about an Amazon seller, they're going to be networking with you, and by attending those sessions, but then networking with a bunch of other sellers, they're going to be there, which spend some time to learn from each other, spend some time to learn of different pieces that you need to focus again on the big picture. A lot of tactical stuff, but in practical stuff, but more important is owner, you need to focus on the bigger picture. And I want to spend a couple of minutes. I want to address a point that a lot of people ask me how I spend my time in my business. I believe every CEO, every business leader has to focus 80% on the business, 20% in the business, especially if you start having a team. If you're a one-man shop, obviously you have to spend 100% on the business, 100% in the business. But if you are Amazon or online seller or any business owner in this sake, and you have employees, you need to be able to make sure that 80% of the work on the day-to-day your employees take care of. And you need to focus 20% where they need your support and you need your help. 80% needs to be, where do we want to be 3 months from now? Where do we want to be 12 months from now? And then there's the important parts of your company where you need to prioritize and spend your time really on. One of the things, coming to conferences like that and broadening your education, broadening your forecast of how you look at your company, how you look at yourself, and so on and so forth. So by all means, your group and people that are selling on Amazon will definitely learn a lot from a day like this.
Okay, saying words of pearl, so it's hard to disagree. So well said, thank you. Tell me a little bit about the award ceremony that you're having this year. What exactly did you have it in years past?
No, we actually had different things in the years past, but we felt that LTB became a platform where we encourage entrepreneurship, where we help showcase people that are really doing amazing stuff in the world of business, and we're proud to be at the forefront of that and helping people navigate the world of business. So what we're doing this year, we have created this award ceremony, which is called which people could check out at ltbsummit.com/awards, brought to you by BFG. What this is, we have 3 categories of awards. We have a leadership award where you can nominate somebody that either your direct leader in your company or somebody that you admire in the world of business, in the Jewish world of business, that you look up for the amazing stuff they do. There's a growth award where people can nominate businesses, their own company, for the growth and success they had in their company. And then we have an award towards innovation, where if you have a product or service that you revolutionized, patented a product, came out with an amazing product, or took a service and packaged it in a way that it's revolutionized that industry, we want to hear from you. So we want people to nominate themselves, their company, or the leaders, or they could nominate somebody else that they admire. All you need to do is fill out a simple form on those 3 different categories if you have what you want to nominate. We're going to have a bunch of judges internally look over those amazing nominations, and we already have amazing nominations where you see spouses nominating their husbands. We see people nominating leaders within the community. We see sons, kids nominating the fathers of the amazing stuff they have done the last couple of years and vice versa. So, and then ultimately we'll have a hard time going through those nominations, picking finalists, and ultimately at the event we'll hear from those finalists, and then the audience will be able to vote for the ultimate winner of the LTB award. Not only is it going to be good for those businesses because they're going to get free publicity, but ultimately they are able to share what they've done, and ultimately the community at large will be able to learn from those things and what they could mimic and they could copy in order to be able to be more successful in their business. So we're very much looking forward towards the award ceremony.
So these guys don't even know who. So they're not gonna. No one. These business owners are not going to know who they are until there.
Yeah. So basically, yes, we are. People could nominate anonymously, so the person they're nominating wouldn't know. Only after we pick them as a finalist, we'll reach out to them to let them know they were nominated, and obviously they could decline, but ultimately they need to be prepared for the stuff that we want they should do at the event. So we'll give them a heads up, and at the event, so yes, we will announce the finalists before the event, but the main competition, the main award ceremony will be at the event where we'll hear from those different people that are finalists, but ultimately we'll pick winners from each category. And yeah, we're very excited about it. It's something new, fresh, and it's something that the Jewish community, business community at large had never had. And we're happy to be able to bring that element to the event itself. Another thing that we're bringing something new this year, sponsored by Roth & Co., which is a partner in the LTB initiative, which they're going to be providing. They have a lot of knowledge in general business. They've worked with business owners. They've helped business not only in the financial part, but really restructuring companies, including Amazon space. They've had a lot of success in really zooming into some of those successful Amazon sellers and vice versa. And they're going to be providing, it's called Business 360, half-an-hour consultations where you're going to have one-on-one with one of those advisors. We'll be able to book it in advance or at the event, and you're going to have a one-on-one half hour where they're going to be going through Business 360. They're going to look at your product. You're going to look at your you're going to look at your financials. They're going to look at your operations, leadership, and so on and so forth, and be able to zoom in to tell you what is really something that if you really want to move your needle forward, where you need to be focusing on. And I'll just share with you, I spoke to them last week when we went through the process. They shared with me they have spoken to one Amazon seller that's selling in the millions, a really successful Amazon seller. But as they went through the Business 360, one of the things they found out is this person is dealing with one vendor. All the products is coming from one vendor. And when they asked them, what happens if the vendor just decides not to sell you anymore? And the person just looked at him, I never thought about that. And which means that the business is so vulnerable that they can lose everything overnight because the vendor just stopped selling them for one reason or another. So now they help them shed some light, and now this person still selling, buying from this vendor, but they're basically sending out samples to other vendors to understand what is my plan B. If this person left me off, what is my next vendor that I could use for multiple of those products? Just giving you an example, when you look at Business 360, even it's your accountant, maybe your accountant just does your taxes, there's another opportunity where they can look at everything in your business. And this is something that our partners, Roth & Co., is putting up free of charge. And this comes along with anybody registering, coming to this event. This is another service part of the day that you could do on one-on-one basis as well.
Okay, and you also, thank you very much. And you said there's also a discount code for us?
Yes, absolutely. So first of all, I want to thank you, Ed, for working alongside. In the past events, we did have a lot of online sellers and Amazon sellers, but this year we wanted to cater even more stronger. Ed, people know you in the community, in the Amazon space, and I'm happy we're able to work together by picking those speakers and ultimately making sure that you're going to be present, you're going to try to network with the community and so on and so forth. So for that case is, yes, I'm going to give you a discount code for your audience and for your list. But I want to make sure that people understand it cost us hundreds of thousands of dollars this event. You could Google Michael Gerber, you could Google Chris Hogan, you could Google Mike Michalowicz. Those speakers are coming, world-renowned speakers, let alone the food and so on and so forth. We're known for the foods and stuff like that. So the price, we have regular tickets, we have VIP tickets, and a bunch of different things that you could see what the VIP ticket people will be getting. ultimately the main advantage is we're going to have a VIP lunch with some of those speakers. But so I encourage everybody to go to ltbsummit.com. Just look around the site, see who is coming, who is speaking, who's sponsoring. We have amazing sponsors. Everybody also adding some value to the event. But more importantly, if you're not sure, join the mailing list so you could just get part of this community, this amazing Let's Talk Business community. But if you're ready to sign up, you could use the code ASG50, which will take off $50 from the current price. And ultimately, the price will go up as we get closer, as every conference does that way. We had in the past, came the last minute, people were signing up last minute, and they were paying more. And for another reason to sign up now is you're going to show up. You need to do it for your business. So might as well take the opportunity to get it at this price and ultimately get this special discount as well. So I look forward to seeing you in person as September 6th at the Rockaway in New Jersey. We do this amazing venue itself, beautiful outdoors. It gives you peace of mind so you can learn, listen, and enjoy. And hopefully I'll meet a lot of you at September 6th as well.
Thank you very much, and I'm looking forward.
Thank you.